So I wasn't raised in this, and I tell people, I volunteer in the green room, and I tell people all the time, I feel so spoiled because this is the first place that I've actually been in. I mean, I've heard of church, obviously, whatever, but this is the first like actual house that I positioned myself in. I didn't have my dad in my life. And I didn't think that was a big deal. I had my mom, Mom, if you're here, I'm sorry, but who was addicted to drugs. She was a meth addict. So I had men in and out of my life and in and out of the home. And then drugs in and out of the house, again, not knowing. And I really believe that was the grace of God shielding me from that, because I didn't know. But later in life, that stuff caught up to me. This spirit obviously caught up to me. My nanny used to play with tarot cards, and I didn't really understand. And my mom told me no, but it was still an open door. And then I got to a point in life where I just didn't care about anything. I wasn't necessarily suicidal, but I didn't care. And I feel like that's just as bad about not caring about your life. And I went and got tattoos that literally said pity for the living, envy for the dead on my body, like physically on my body. I got zombies and I Am the End of the World, which was a metal band I used to listen to, which is satanic. Again, not knowing. I started doing drugs. I started doing drugs at like 14, I think. Lost my purity. I gave myself away. I ended up getting raped. And the twisted part is I didn't think it was a big deal. I was like, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I put myself in this situation. And it took my husband to tell me that it's not okay. That it's not okay. Oh, Jesus. It's not okay. The enemy had so diluted it in my mind that it was okay. And I was walking around in this funk of my life of just being here and existing and not knowing what joy was and not knowing what peace was and just living. So fast forward, after the drugs and the partying that I was doing, I wasn't even going to church. I was just living that life, and the desire got taken from me. I almost overdosed on ecstasy before, and the next day it was like the desire left. And then the desire for other things just quickly started going. And I didn't realize what it was, but it just left. And I was like, I don't want that anymore. And I didn't know what was happening, but the desire got taken out of me. And little did I know that my mother-in-law, my now mother-in-law, was praying for me from behind the scenes, that she was praying for those things to be broken off of my life. Don't discount your prayers, and I've said this before, but do not discount what your prayers are doing. I truly believe that I am in this house because of her prayers. Whether or not she knew me, I believe that her prayers are what brought me to this moment. And now, 6-7 years later, I've been a covenant member, and my mom is in this house now. My family is in this house now. And I just thank God. I got my heavenly language just like Carl. I didn't have a hand laid on me. I was just like, Lord, I want this, and I was contending for it. And all of a sudden it hit, and I was just on the floor crying because it was real to me. It was an encounter that I had that I will never forget. I am so thankful for this house. And I'm so thankful for our pastors and leaders who are making a way.
Hang on. Hallelujah. Robert, where are you? Come up here, Robert. Oh, now, Robert was raised around church, in church, in a godly home. Obviously, you just heard Brittany's testimony, but here's what I appreciate, about both of them. What I appreciate about her is she has dived, whatever it is, headlong, aggressive, embracing anything that has thrown her way. Are you with me? Like she did in the world, she is embracing Jesus. She is embracing serving the Lord. She embraces the ways of the kingdom. Wake up, religion! And I bring their spouses up here because now they're serving and worshiping and praising the Lord in the house of the Lord. Every time the doors are open, can we shout for another changed life? Come on.